What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mike, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna be doing part 18 of my story time of how I ended up where I'm at today. As you see, I got the mob with me. They ain't with me, but you know they follow me. They all, you feel me, all on the app and shit. They follow me here. It's not busy this early. It's only, and then it's Monday too, so everybody knows it's not this busy on a Monday. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I'm gonna be walking around the beach, probably at the beach, just like usual, just tell my story, whatnot. So, I'm in LA. I'm on the east side of downtown, walking to trying to get to the west side of town. I was gonna try to get home, but they was harassing me back then, saying security was there, and I just didn't feel like going through none of that shit, none of that stuff. So I just didn't go. So I kept walking to the west side of town, and then what was different was that on that side of town, it's not that often that I don't know, I saw two white dudes walking behind me, and I thought that was strange for the area. And every corner I was turning, they was turning. And so that's when I knew. I was like, I thought it was the mob from Arizona was there, but it wasn't them. It was I guess it was LA mob. So so that's that. So now I'm thinking they got me and everything. I'm like, damn, they still follow me. So I'm just walking. Look, he harassed me him right there. And this is why I wanted to do it like this, so y'all see how it is. Like, y'all see how much I get. If y'all getting harassed, look how much I'm getting harassed. You feel me? I know they doing y'all too. So I want y'all to see how much they do me. Y'all probably getting a quarter of what I get. So I'm walking, and then so now I'm hearing the voices and whatnot, and I'm seeing people like posing and stuff. So pretty much I walked to the corner, and then I saw this dude just standing there. As soon as he saw me, then he went into action. It was like a acting motion, like he was acting something out. He started this dude right here. He mocking me. He on the app too. I know y'all hear him, but yeah. So I started. All they trying to do is distract me. They don't want me to keep telling it. But I'm keep telling it anyway. You might as well tell me what the app is. I'm gonna find out anyway. You know, I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta harass me. Tell me. You could tell me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up like that. I keep it real. So I noticed the dude. It looked like he was in an acting motion. He looked like he was just acting. So I'm like, yep, they out here. So this I'm on the boardwalk right now. I'm see probably I'll see what's up. But so I'm telling so I see dude acting whatnot. Okay, I seen that because he didn't start moving until he turned around and saw me. So I seen that. So I'm like, okay, the mob here. So I'm walking. I keep walking. Pretty much I end up walking the whole night. Pretty much walking. I'm seeing the cars. It's like 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Cars are still moving around, still roaming around the area. I'm seeing all that. That's another thing. A lot of people with dogs. That was another thing I noticed. A lot of people coming out with dogs. A lot of people jogging. Y'all probably see some of that here, even though people do that a lot here, but it's way too often. Way too early on a Monday to be doing that here. Like, I'm real familiar with this area, and I used to come here when I didn't want to go to school or when I didn't want to go to work. I would just come to the beach, so I know what the area is like during a weekday, and I'll just come here, look at the waves, and just think. And that's what I used to do, so I know what the area was like. It never looked like this, never. All these people here on a Monday, never. So let's see, I walked around the whole night. Oh, this when I first started getting like attitudes and ripped off by the customer, not customer service, but store clerks and stuff. So pretty much store clerks, they be charging me extra for stuff because they can just type in the price. I tried to see, I had money on my cards, but back then when I first got here, they tried to act like I didn't have no money on the cards, and they act like my cards wasn't working when it was really working. Come to find out, they just didn't want my card to go through because they didn't want me to have no food or water. So that's what that was. And look, they talking because they mad. They literally don't want me to have no food or water, but then they say, oh, it's just for the app, I just want some money. Hell nah, you know what it is. I could just go ahead and say it. You know what it is. I ain't gotta say it. So I noticed that I end up walking around. I ended up in my old area. I used to roam around. And then I don't know if they was harassing me back then, but even back then, I heard these two dudes say, damn, they just be tripping off him for nothing. They trip off him for everything. And I was thinking the same thing, like, hell yeah, they do. They be tripping off of any and everything I do. Y'all probably see it. So I walked all the way to, no, I was on my way to Crenshaw. I was walking on my way to Crenshaw, and then
like, keep the tie on, right? Like old school. Right. Take off the suit, take off the shirt, but keep the tie.
So I was walking all the way to Crenshaw, and this is when I noticed that it wasn't her. I'm pretty sure that wasn't her. They was trying to act like it was her, but yeah, she was walking behind me all extra fast and whatnot. I turned around. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the other street. So I took the other way. So I went and took the other street, kept going, walked all the way down to Crenshaw. Got to Crenshaw. They say, go walk down Crenshaw. There's somebody waiting for you. I'm like, no, I'm not stupid. Like, I know what that sounds like. So I just kept going. I went the other way and kept going, walking down the street some more. Somebody started yelling some shit. Oh, that's some bullshit. He got shot and all this shit. So then I'm like, damn, that's some shit. So I keep walking. I end up going down Westmore. Now I noticed somebody in the bush talking about what he said, because I smelled the gum that was in the bush. Like, it smelled like somebody was chewing fresh gum. And so I'm just like, actually, yeah, I'll probably go over here. Cause I already noticed people, they trying to walk over there. Yeah, right there. They trying to walk over there already, so they probably see me going in that direction. So I'm gonna just change it up real quick and go right here. So, all right. So I noticed the dude in the bush, and then I'm hearing like, oh, he could have got you and all this. I wasn't tripping. I kept it pushing, kept walking. I'm noticing the cars. They'll go up the street, and then they'll stop, and then they'll stop like by the sidewalk, and then I guess they want to see if I was gonna walk past or whatnot. And I don't give a fuck. And I keep walking past. I walk past it, and I hear the voice say, "Oh, he walked past anyway." Yeah, I walked past anyway. So that was that with that. And I noticed people in the bushes. I'm walking down Westmore. Now, I've been walking all night. Hold on, let me get up here real quick. Wait, I don't feel like jumping up here. See if I can just climb it through. All right. So I'm there. I've pretty much been walking all morning, and so yeah, I've been walking all morning. No sleep. Oh, just walking. And then I didn't know what was going on. I see people, the sun is starting to come up. Every location I tried to chill in, I'm hearing voices in the backyards of people's houses. So I'm like, dang, I can't stop moving. So I kept moving around. People pointing in different directions, saying different stuff. So now I'm starting to feel like this separation. This is when I started to feel the separation, because at first I thought it was all I thought it was one collective group. And this is where I started to feel the separation, because a certain group will lead me in one direction, and a certain group will lead me into another direction. And then they'll claim, oh, he only listened to his group and all this. And so that's when I started to feel like, okay, it's some other shit. All right, there's something within that's going on. Like, I couldn't really tell what was going on, but I can sense it now, because now they supposed to be on the same team, but they telling me two different things, right? So I'm just like, all right, something going on. So I'm confused at this point. I'm tired. It's daytime. I've been walking all night, just like Kansas type. I got there at 1 o'clock. And I've been walking since. Now the sun is up, and I'm still walking, so my feet is hurting. I haven't been sitting down, nothing, because I'm still living by the same rules that they had in Kansas. So from that point, I'm on the west side of town. Yeah, I was on the west side of town at this point, and they leading me in different directions, not knowing back then. People were just acting like they was doing stuff just so they can get the pay, and then I guess harass me at the same time. So, but I just thought it was a bunch of work going on around me, like, because everywhere I was going, it was work. Somebody leaf blowing, somebody doing cement, somebody doing paint on the house, or I'm just like, damn, I noticed, I'm like, it's a bunch of work going on around here. But now that I see, it was all part of that. So from that point, I started noticing the separation. And then this is the first time. This ain't her real name, so I can say it, like, I guess. But Apollo, this is where I didn't even know her name. If somebody gave her that name, because that's what they told me. You feel me? So I'm walking and I start smelling that she has a certain scent, and I'm smelling her scent. And people were saying that it stink, and they said something about her being black. So I'm just like, it smelled good to me. Like, I'm not tripping. So I'm thinking they got some shit going on within their group, cause I'm noticing now, it's like, oh, you saying y'all supposed to be the same, but at the same time you telling me I'm only listening to my group, and then y'all saying that now she stink and stuff and saying she black. So that's when I got in my head that she was a black person, because they told me that she was. So now I'm just, every time I smell that, I'm looking for a black girl. Every time I smelled it, and that's how that happened, and that's how she got the name, because they said her name, like, he's smelling Apollo. I'm like, oh, okay, that must be her name. So that's how that happened. So I'm walking around town, going more west, and I'm just feeling like none of this could be real, because it felt like people were just going around like robotically just acting. Like, it just seemed like everybody was just acting. I'm like, what happened to the city? Like, it seemed like everybody just acting. So I thought it was like one big show going on, like one big act or something, because it's like everybody was acting so robotic like. So I'm just like thinking like, all right, they're gonna do this little show and then it's gonna be over, right? So that's why I was literally thinking that, like, I thought it was a show going on, because it felt like everybody was acting. So I remember taking a rest break at the bus stop. At a bus stop, and people walking past, and I guess they was rasping me then that I smell like trash and stink like fish, and I don't know what they be rasping about, but that's what they like to do. That's been a thing since when I really did, when I really wasn't taking baths, and I mean, because I don't now, but washing myself, and I don't take baths. Because they'll turn everything and flip it into something else. So I try to correct myself as best as I can. But back then I really wasn't. Back then I really wasn't. This one of the familiar people right here. I seen him before. I'm pretty sure, with the dog. I'm pretty sure. Y'all let me know if he look familiar, if he put his face on camera or something like that too. I don't know if they be putting their face on camera. But so yeah, I noticed that, and so I take a rest break at the bus stop, and I end up like dozing off a little bit for a few minutes. Woke back up. I started walking down the street. So now I'm feeling like, all right, this is one big act. So now I'm feeling like my life ain't in danger like that, because I'm like, it's one big act going on, because the way how people was acting, like robotic like. So I'm walking down the street and I hear valet talk about they be taking people cars and driving around the city looking for me, and all they gotta do is say they mob, or Then how did he put that? He said they get to drive the cars around. Pretty much, yeah, that's what I got out of it. Pretty much they was taking people cars from valet and driving them people's cars around and acting like it was theirs. Cause I remember them driving a Bentley, and parking a Bentley. And so I'm just like, all right. So cause I guess people don't check their mouths like that. Like dude said, I guess they don't check their mouths. So they don't know that they be driving around with their cars. So I'm walking down the street, and I guess they heard me repeat what the dude said, and the same thing that just happened right now. It's like, oh, you exposing the mob. They said the same thing then, and then one of the ladies said he don't know that this is a real order, and so then that's when it flipped my mind again. I'm like, okay, so now I'm thinking 50-50. I'm like, they acting robotic, but at the same time, she just said this is a real order. So I'm just like, all right, I don't know. So now I'm trying to balance it, trying to figure out, is it fake or is it real? So then what made me think it was an act is because I was walking down the street some more, and then this lady, she come up talking about, do you want to eat? And I'm thinking, so now I'm thinking it's an act, right? So I'm like, yeah, they acting, and I'm like, she about to lead me to some food. You feel me? So I'm thinking, I'm about to get some free food from a restaurant or something. So she like, do you want to eat? I'm like, shit, yeah. And so she like, follow me, and I'm like, all right. I start following her. I follow her, and then she ended up walking so fast that and I just didn't want to keep up at the same time because I'm still trying to balance it out in my head. Like, is this an act? Is it real? So I'm keeping my distance from her at the same time, and she ended up turning the corner, jumping in the building or going in the car somewhere and disappearing, right? And she just disappeared. So now I'm disappointed because I'm like, I ain't got no money, no food, and now I'm just like, damn, I ain't got no food. I thought I was about to get some food. It was all just a play on my head. That's all it was. Now that I see, so I keep walking west. I'm still coming west, and then this is when the whole mob thing set in. I forget how the rest of the day went, but then when night hit, this is when the main mob came in, and the routine started with them. So I started to hear all their voices. They was around the whole time. I just didn't notice until the next night. So I'm hearing their voices. I'm starting to hear the same voices, the same smells. I'm smelling all the same smells. I guess they was out there with me in Kansas because when we first got back here, or when I don't want y'all to think that we together. We not together. I'm not with them in any shape or form. I keep saying we is because they follow me everywhere. So it's like, I don't know. But I came to the area by myself, and then when I came back to Cali, they still had the same smells from Kansas. They still smell like oranges. Because I remember in Kansas, when they was around, they smelled like oranges. And then now here in Cali, they still smell like oranges. But now I'm smelling their true smells, like now at the same time. So that was that with that. And then I noticed it was another group with them. I noticed they had another group with them, and I'm familiar with those type of voices. You could tell it was black dudes or whatnot because the way they talk, you could just hear it. So I guess they had both groups or whatnot, and everywhere I went, I would hear both groups everywhere. it gets blurry from there. I'm walking around the city, not getting no food, no water, no sleep. Just walking around, and it was like this for days. And people just watching me walking around with no food, no water. The whole time, everybody just watching on their phone. And I'm walking around with no food, no water, and everybody getting paid off of this at the same time. I didn't even know. They getting paid off of this, and I didn't even know. And I'm walking around with no food or water, and the subject is me. I'm the subject. So, pretty much, yeah, I'm just getting ripped off the whole time. Scam. Even though I didn't sign up for it, I feel like I'm owed something because I went through a lot for nothing. I got put on something, signed up on something that I didn't sign myself up. They signed me somehow. I don't know, they hackers, and I don't know if how they got my information and stuff. The way they did it, I don't know. But I'm prove it when I do my taxes. I don't work. I'm not working. I didn't sign up for nothing. I never had no meeting with nobody. I can't say that enough. Like, I got put on it illegally. It's illegal. That's what I'm pretty much trying to say. Because everybody going around acting like it's regular, like it's legal. This is completely illegal. And yeah, I need some justice. So if I can get some help from somebody please help me. Let me know what this app is. And if I signed anything, don't you think I would know what the app would be called? Or you know, I would have had some kind of information. I had to find out everything for myself. I had to find it all out. I had to be my own detective pretty much. So yeah, that was that. So I'm in the city, no food, no water, and I get so tired because I was dehydrated, and I'm so yeah, they I'm gonna get ready to go real quick because they all popping up on the sand now. They are, like I said, I used to come here a lot, chill out by myself, and I never seen this many people here before. During the week on a Monday, I never seen this many people. Usually it's just I'll be like by myself. It probably be a couple people walking around, but never like this. Like people just with their dogs, and never just like this. So I know it's them. So I'm probably gonna get ready and go to my next location and let them follow me there. But yeah, so I'm walking around with no food, no water, and I'm just dehydrated. And I went to Subway because I just couldn't take it no more. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just start begging for food pretty much because I'm hungry. I ain't ate in 3 days. Everybody know that. They try to say, oh, you ain't ate in 24 hours. You ain't ate in a couple minutes and stuff like that. But everybody sat there and watched me not eat for 3 days. And they know I didn't eat. But they try to say, oh, you ate a few minutes ago, you ate an hour ago, you ate a day ago. But you sat there, you had breakfast, lunch, and dinner today, but you gonna sit here and tell me I can't have nothing to eat, and you getting paid off of me. Like, yeah, that don't make sense. Until this day, they still try to watch me, try to see if I steal something or something, and they all getting paid. I'm getting paid for me coming in your store. And then you gonna tell me I can't take nothing? Okay, makes a lot of sense. So I went to Subway. I asked them if they had anything free I can get. That's understandable. They said no. Asked for a cup of water. They gave me a cup of water. That cup of water was so refreshing. It was so refreshing. Like, yeah. Not having water in 3 days, and you get to have some water, and all I was having before that was ice water. Man, I mean, it was ice. I was just crunching on ice. Man, so that was good. And then I end up let's see. I end up going around to most of the restaurants in the area and just asking them for food. And everybody turned me down. One person said that they had food for me to come back in 30 minutes. I come back. I was late. I made it. I was like almost an hour late, I think, or something like that. And I came back and the person was gone. He wasn't there. So now I went to a couple more restaurants, asked them nothing, and finally this lady, she said she had food for me, and I'm so grateful. And to this day, if I could go back, like if I ever got anything, like if I ever got any money, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna bless you with some money. Feel me? Just for that, cause I really appreciate that. Man, that meant a lot to me, cause I was down. I was down and out. And so yeah, she